Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. We have some breaking news, some developments, good and bad. Kauai, Hawaii. Chad and Lori Dunbar did not have much to say when approached by the TV news crew Sunday afternoon in Hawaii. After they were served with 2 search warrants, the couple were pulled over at a resort. Yes, guys, they were at a resort. And the police officers pounded the car and towed the SUV rental away.
Into 2 missing children who have ties to the valley.
The FBI and police departments in Chandler and in Idaho have been looking for Tylee Ryan and JJ Vallow. Now, they have been missing since September. Now, investigators are focusing on Hawaii. Our chief investigator reporter, Morgan Lowe, is here with the very latest on this breaking story. Morgan?
Carissa and Spencer, this case had appeared to go cold for the past couple of weeks, but it heated up just this weekend. Now, we're getting this information from extended family members and from reporters at the CBS TV station in Hawaii. The focus tonight is on Chad and Lori Daybell. Lori's ex-husband and Chad's ex-wife both died under mysterious circumstances over the summer. Now these two are married. Today, the FBI tracked them down to a resort in Kauai. They did not arrest the couple, but they did execute a search warrant and seized the couple's rental car. The Daybells have been out of sight for several months, but a private investigator we spoke to last week told us they had been in Hawaii for a while now. Now we know that that's true. Now here's why investigators were tracking the couple. Lori's 2 children, Tylee and JJ, have been missing since September. That's when the family moved from Chandler to Idaho, but nobody seems to have seen the kids since then. And members of the extended family have told us the couple will not say where the kids are. Here's the X factor in all of this. Lori and Chad Daybell are involved in a religious group that's said to be preparing people for the end of the world. The extended family members who have spoken to us say they're worried about Tylee and JJ's safety and well-being. And according to our CBS sister station in Hawaii, the children were not with Lori and Chad today when investigators caught up with them.
Eaton with EastIdahoNews.com in Kauai, where Chad and Lori Daybell were served with 2 search warrants just hours ago. Law enforcement officers from eastern Idaho, along with federal agents and the Kauai Police Department, pulled Lori and Chad over. They were driving a black SUV. They pulled into this resort where I am standing. They put Chad into one vehicle, Lori into another. That's when their vehicle was seized, and they had no way to get home. We had a chance to ask them so many questions that need answers. Lori, Nate Eaton with East Idaho News. Can you tell me where your kids are? Where are your kids?
No comment.
No comment? They've been missing for 4 months. You have nothing to say? You're over here in Hawaii? Where are your children? Yeah, why don't you just give us a comment? Just tell us where they are. Chad, where are Lori's kids? What happened to Tammy, Chad? Can you tell us what happened to Tammy? Why have you guys been in Hawaii for so long? Listen, just tell people what's happening. There's people around the country praying for your children, praying for you guys. Why don't you give us answers?
That's great.
That's great. That's great that they're praying for you, praying for your kids. What? You have nothing to say? Did you do something to your children? Are your children still alive? That's a simple question. I've got 3 kids of my own. I can tell you every minute where my kids are at. Where are your children? What do you guys plan to do now? You have 5 days to get your children in front of a judge in Rexburg, then what? Are you guys innocent of any crimes? Have you committed any crimes? Chad, you guys have a lot to say on your podcast. You don't have anything to say now? Lori? Do you believe that you were instructed by God or others to do something for your children? If you could give a message to them, what would you say? Listen, if you just talk to us, we'll leave you alone.
The family's worried. Tammy's family's very worried.
Tammy's family's very worried. Lori, your mother, Kay, came out, Kay and Larry, they're offering a $20,000 reward for your children, and you're over here on the beach? This is your chance to tell your story. Nothing you want to say? One last chance right here. Anything you want to say to the people in Idaho? Laura, you have a lot of cash there in your baggie. Were you guys planning to leave Hawaii? Were you planning to take off? And with that, Chad and Lori darted into this resort, and they still have not come out. Now, police have not said what they are searching for in that SUV or in their home, but one thing that was not found is Lori's children. JJ and Tylee are still missing. Tomorrow, we will have much more from Hawaii. For now, I'm Nate Eaton reporting for East Idaho.
Looks like they have been living in Hawaii where her other husband, Charles, and them used to live. You see, we said they're probably living in plain sight, and it turns out they have been. We don't know where the children are. They won't answer. They won't answer if they're alive, if they're not. And they have 5 days to bring the children before the judge. 5 days. They have 5 days to get these children. We want to know if they're alive and where and who is hiding them. Who is hiding them? Have these kids, well, at least the older one, been brainwashed? Or has something worse happened to them? Lori was carrying a lot of money on her. Did you hear the reporter say, Lori, you're carrying a lot of money there in your baggie. In your baggie. But all they had in her hand was some money. It looked like she had some money in a plastic bag. So, you know, somebody's supplying these people with money. The money's going to run out. What have they been living on? Bank accounts. Where are they getting their money from? Who's sending them money? Where are they picking up the money? Well, now they might be able to find out a little bit more if they've got their phones, if they've taken their phones. But remember, guys, they are not under arrest. And they went back into the resort, and the news crew was outside, and obviously for hours, but they never came out. Now, are they going to let these people walk out of there and not do nothing to them and let them slip away out of their grasp again? They're not under arrest. How is that possible? They were detained. They were detained, but that doesn't mean they are under arrest. They have warrants. Now, I'm sure they'll find out where they've been staying, because they're at this resort, but it's not sure if they've been staying there or having a nice little honeymoon. Where are the children? They were asked. Where are the children? And they remained silent. They remained silent. The Denbells have been living inside a gated community in Hawaii for several months, according to law enforcement. Well, how do they know they've been living there for several months? Okay, so they're going to go there and search the residence. I don't think we're going to find the children. Where are they going to be? Hidden in the apartment? Because they didn't have time to call anybody to say, hey, the police have just nabbed us. Or did they? Now, we don't know if somebody called in with a tip, or how they knew that they were driving this SUV. Now, somebody must have spotted them and called the police or something like that, because they have warrants, so maybe they've been watching them. Following them? Yeah, maybe they have. And now they've nabbed them. But the children are nowhere to be found. And they have been missing since towards the end of September, the 23rd, 2019. There is a reward that the grandparents have put up, $20,000 out of their own money. And she doesn't even care. She goes, have they? Well, you know they have, because you've been watching the news. And the arrogance, just look at them. Sickening. She wouldn't even answer the question, are they alive? Well, any other person would say, of course they're alive. Of course they're alive. She wouldn't answer nothing. What's the big deal about hiding the children? What is the big deal? I don't know. Because if they never hid the children, they wasn't going to have the children taken away. Probably not. Maybe the little boy, but I doubt it. But the older daughter, she's too old. She'd go anywhere she wants to go. So I don't know what the big deal is. But we all know they're into this cult-like religion and the end of the world, and they have to sacrifice. They have to sacrifice by fire. And, they are brainwashed cult, and it's very dangerous cult. Very dangerous. Now, we all know that whoever's following this case, that what's been going on. It seems like murder follows them everywhere they go. People are dropping like flies. They're dropping like flies. Now, they were not arrested on Sunday. And remember, this is in Hawaii, so it's only just happened. And have not been criminally charged. Police declined to say what they are searching for and if any evidence was found. But Lori Dumbbell gathered belongings from the vehicle, including a large amount of cash in a plastic bag, which the reporter called in the baggie. So who carries large amount of cash around with them? Who does that? And the EastIdahoNews.com approached Chad and Lori in the parking lot of the resort after police finished their on-scene work Sunday. We asked several questions and Lori only responded to one. When told people in eastern Idaho and across the county are praying for her missing children, she said, "That's great." Yeah, that's great. Law enforcement declined to provide any details about Sunday's operation, but the Madison County prosecutor is expected to release more information Monday about what's next in the case. Now, I hope to God that they don't let them get out of their sight, because this is the only way they're going to find where the children are. All everybody wants to know right now, are the children safe? You have to produce them and live video. What are they going to do? Contempt of court? Contempt of court. That's going to keep them in jail if they don't produce these children. I don't know what you guys are thinking, but it's very strange that you would try to hide children if you have nothing to hide and run. But really, they ran back to Hawaii, where a lot of people said that's probably where they are. And they have friends there. She knows the neighborhood. She lived there for a little while with her other husband, Charles. In the same area, guys. She's hiding in plain sight. They always go back to what they know. Yes. Now they don't have a vehicle. They're not going to be able to rent another vehicle. How did they rent this vehicle? They got fake IDs because everybody's looking for them. And now they won't be able to hire another vehicle because the word is out. The word is out. Look for these people. Don't rent them a car. You know they're going to get another car. Somebody's coming to pick them up. Who are they going to call? Where are they going? They're not under arrest. But they are going to try their very, 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 very best to get some evidence to detain these people, to detain them from not leaving Hawaii or being brought back to Idaho. Very cunning woman this is. Look at her smug face. We just want to slap them both, don't we? Wake them up to slap them. They look like they got a nice little suntan. Chad looks like he's lost a little weight. He's lost a little weight. Probably been walking around, hiding. You know, the stress of it. And he looks like he's under the spell. Under the spell. I wonder who told them where he was. Somebody did. Well, good for them. Good for them. They were pulled over by police officers around 3:30 p.m. local time as they were driving a black Ford Explorer along with Kui Highway or Kuhua Highway. They entered the parking lot of Kui Beach Resort, and the police served them with a search warrant for their vehicle. So that just shows you that they already had the search warrant for the vehicle. So they must have been watching them. Because how would you just have a search warrant in hand? So there must have been an investigation going on, a sting operation. Yes, guys, a sting operation. But they're keeping their mouths shut. They're not saying nothing. And federal and Eastern Idaho law enforcement officers assisted the East Idaho News.com. Were on the scene, and a dumbbell was put in one police vehicle and Lori was put in another. And after around 30 minutes, a tow truck came and took the SUV. And police went to the Denbell's townhome in Princeville, Hawaii, and executed a search warrant on the property. So this looks like a sting operation and has been going on for a day or two or something. They've kept it very quiet because you know this case with Laura and Chad and the children have been hot in the news, very, very steamy hot in the news. And I guess they've been living in a community, a gated community, for quite some time. Now people were saying, like I said, that they did go back to Hawaii. But you know, Hawaii is a pretty big place. They just had to wait for them to come out. They haven't changed their appearance, like dyed her hair, cut it short, you know, anything like that. They look like the same people, except Chad's lost a little weight and got a little bit of a suntan. But other than that, they haven't changed their appearance. They still look the same. So guys, that's the developing news. It's some good news because now we're on the road. But not telling where the children are. But tomorrow, come Monday, on the 27th, there's going to be an update, guys, an update on developing, on the prosecutors, in Hawaii, to see what they're going to do, see what they found, see what information they got from them. I don't know what they're looking for. They're looking through their computers, looking through their phones, seeing if there's any trace of the kids that have been there, phone records, anything like that. And, well, let's hope they find their computers or something, because it looks like everywhere they go, they probably hide stuff, just in case they get... But, they're driving around like they got no care in the world. Kidless, because they don't have the children with them. Now, this religion is, they believe in what they believe in, and they believe they're saving these children from I don't know what. But whoever has these children, you need to let them go. Let them go. And I just don't know what to think. It's just like we have hope out there, but you don't have your children with you. They never took them to Hawaii. I mean, you have to get on a plane to get to Hawaii. How did they not know they went to Hawaii? Or did they? Or did they? Because unless they have fake IDs, yeah, that's probably what they got, fake IDs. Because there's only so many planes, come into Hawaii, and it's all documented. You have to have IDs now wherever you go when you travel. You more or less have to have a special ID, more or less like a passport now, when you're traveling around the United States. And so I like to know how they got to Hawaii. But it looks like, they traveled by themselves. So let's just pray and hope to God that they give them up wherever they are. But if they're not alive, they're not going to say what they are. I mean, but this reporter that just jumped right in there, he was asking the questions, he was asking the right questions. He was just blasting them out. He's blasting them out. And I like the part when he says, about the money in your baggie. I thought, damn. And, yeah. And why didn't they take that money? Because he wants to know where you're going on that money. Where's your next escape? Because somebody is funding them with money. They're going to run out of money soon. Unless their followers are giving them money. But if they are, they have to pick up the money somehow. Somehow they have to pick up the money. If you're sent money from, Western Union, say, you have to have ID and everything to pick money up. Because, laundering, money laundering. And so we don't know how they're getting money. And I think that reporter was pretty good, guys. Pretty good. He's trying to get the answers, but they just wasn't talking. They are lipped. Their lips are sealed because they're ignorant, evil people. And we can say that because of what's going on with all the deaths surrounding them. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I've never known one person to have so many people falling like flies, and that's related to them. It's ridiculous. And another one is suspicious. like one of her husbands is suspicious death because, well, it's not really suspicious, but he was cremated. They can't find out if he was poisoned or anything like that because he was quickly cremated. And, you know, your kids are missing and you decide to go to the beach on vacation like you have no care in the world. And you're at an island in Hawaii, you know, a paradise. You're living it up in paradise. They don't care. They just don't care. And, you know, these reporters that were quick. I mean, how did these reporters find out they were right there? I mean, they were quick. Did the police call the paparazzi, you know, quick? Get this on camera or what? How did they know? Were they just there? Just happened to be there? Look at her smirk on her face. You just want to smack that face, don't you? Just want to smack it. Because of what we know. Do you know what we know? And how they're acting. You got a lot to say? You got a lot to say on your podcast. You don't have nothing to say now? And, you know, she kept on looking at him. She always wearing those sunglasses all the time. Yeah, it looks like she's always wearing those sunglasses. And it's true. What people were saying, that she would never be camping out in the woods because she's a hairdresser and she's got to have her hair perfect. Look at her hair. Perfect. Perfect. And so, you know, people were right there. They were right about her there. She wouldn't be camping out and roughing it. No, she's far from roughing it. She's living the life of Riley on people's money. So there you go, guys. That's the latest. That's the developing news. And so we're a little way there and we're a little bit more happier to know that they are in the grabs. You know, the police, they've got them. They're going to be watching them. And let's hope they don't escape. Now they got to appear in court. Now they have to show up in court now. And where's their lawyer? Where's their lawyer now? The one that kept his mouth shut. Now, yeah, he's a lawyer. And he's getting paid to represent them. But at what cost? You keep your mouth shut. And you don't at least find out whether the children are safe or not. That's the part I can't understand. This lawyer should be held to contempt of court because, you know, if he knows where the children are, he's in big trouble. I would have thought, well, if he's not, let's make him in big trouble. Let's make it a big deal. Let's start a petition. Because all they want to know is, are the children safe and they are alive? That's all they want to know. Because right now, I don't know what the police have on them with, you know, with Tammy, Chad's ex-wife, what the results were there. And, you know, what her brother died of. You know, was it poison? What did he do? You know, he wasn't charged with the murder of Charles. He wasn't charged, but nothing could happen because he killed himself, didn't he? So they didn't have a chance to make a case against him because he killed himself, or he was killed, one or the other. And so we don't know what they've got yet. But, you know, they need to get him in an interrogation room and beat the truth out of him. Come on. Use some good, bad, you know, good cop, bad cop. Do you know what I mean? But, you know, they're going to lawyer up. They're going to lawyer up. But you know what? They got to show in court now. Because if they don't show up in court, they're going to have a warrant out for their arrest. This time they will be arrested. So guys, thanks for coming by, and we'll have some more developing news tomorrow. So I'll see you all there, and I'll see you in the comments. And don't forget to like and share and sub to my channel and press that notification bell so you can be notified on further updates of the missing, the lost, and the trials, and what's happening in the news.